Good day. I may or may not have overslept. In my defense, I was up till like 6 a.m. trying to figure out how much margin ratios would get fucked by issuance if they don't do QE. Yeah, I know. I woke up earlier like and saw what was going on. Looks like we got a little bit more upside than I thought we could. So I must have had some positioning come in. Selling off kind of hard now. In your defense, you don't owe an explanation with with that stream card. Excellent. This is an interesting one. I think Delta just went negative. Looks like there's a little bit of support down at 6,600. Found a little bit of support here. This indicator is amazing. Just FYI. Incredible stream card. This one? Think we can lose 6K? Mm, yeah, we could. There's a big ass gap to fill. We pushed like well above the MM's expected move. I'm assuming There was some positive news or data. Uh, no. No, there wasn't. Elon bought the top on Tesla. Wait, Elon has actual money? I thought his entire net worth was just like Tesla stock options. It'll be hard to break 6,600. There's a lot of sold puts, like 6,600, 95, 90 after the gap up. No positive news, but Basant managed to get the words tariff and pause in the headlines. Alright, that'll do it. France got their debt cut. Damn, China's foreign minister from the top rope. China does not participate in or plot wars. Wars cannot solve problems, and sanctions only complicate them. It's like Ukraine hit another Russian oil refinery. PM Starmer and Trump to sign Quantum Computing Act? Ooh, are all the shitty quantum stocks running? Oh man, Trump said a lot of shit today. Fed chair is incompetent. Trip to UK will be incredible. Housing due to Fed is not up to par. Europe buying oil from Russia must strengthen sanctions. China paying a lot in tariffs. He expects a big cut from the Fed. I hope J-Pow raises rates. I have a theory that Trump will have a stroke if J-Pow raises rates. Ooh, 16 counterparties taking 16.95 billion at overnight reverse repo. It's so hard to trade without you. I paid a whopping $30. Ouch. Higher low. See if we push back up into positive, some positive delta here. Should be able to get like a small bounce out of this. Got some sold calls, 10.15. Some bought calls, 6,600, 6,605. Some bought calls coming in to the upside with 6,615. Is this one different? No. Positive delta is 6,607. Yeah, I can turn on Discord audio. Sorry. There you go. No, it's not frozen. Hmm. Hmm. But selling's increasing. From 2 sends his regards. He didn't make it past the stream card after losing too many fluids. Nice. Losing 6,600 as if these soul puts are in danger since he sold them. When they sold them, IV all day was rising. No. I mean, at least not yet. If they get retested, they might collapse. Which this is starting to look like it might fail a little. Yeah, it'd be very interesting if we fill the downside gap today. I don't really know if bears are going to push for it or not, though. Their positioning right now doesn't look very aggressive at all. Yes. Yes, back above VWAP. Opens up a move back to retest VM, I think. There. Left a gap at 609. Right here to the downside. Sold put's still coming in. Yeah, they could. They could push out to 15. VN might be a bit more of a resistance on the lower volume, though. There's also not a lot of gamma above VN, so hard to sustain prices up there. Hmm. Yeah. Here's the test. Yeah, I guess we could see what happens here. Put selling slowing down a little bit. Some are being bought back, and we still left that gap to the downside at 6609. Hmm. Hmm. What the fuck? Hmm. If you push the like button enough, it changes colors. What? Really? Or does it just change color every time you push it? Jesus Christ. Hmm. I remember a time this morning where I had more money in my words. Good morning, Jeff. How many of the stream card losses have come crawling back? I have no idea. I don't care. None of them gave me any money. Well, except that one guy who was like protesting. Hmm. Giving Gert money counts as protesting. Protest all over Gamma Strike soon. Today's was way more offensive than last week. Is it because Google's setting up for something kind of bearish on Gamma Strike? Mm, hmm. I don't know about bearish, but maybe flattish. If it loses 40, then yeah, it gets a little bearish. Not a lot of delta left to the upside. Probably a lot of call selling between 40 and 250. Let me look at the vol. Go away. It's a lot of volatility to the downside. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely getting topped out. Might be like a good call selling opportunity right now. I don't really know if it's a good put opportunity right now. Good morning. And good afternoon. Okay. Yeah, that could work. Ooh. We got a put signal for my bullshit indicator. Interesting. I think I love this thing. No, not TQQQQ. Calm down. Calm down. Just intraday put signal. Right here. I don't even know what the TQQQ indicator looks like because it's not turned on. I still think the 5 minutes better, but It does look like upside range is capped about 25 right now. That'll be a cut. I wonder if I need to push that up a little. That's still kind of weak. That was a good one, though. Hmm. Don't say that. I have 40s. You're gonna get fucked. Why do you have 40s? You're like the only fucking person who has a 40. What's up, popcorn? I didn't look at the Audi Q4. I looked at the Q6. It was like 535 a month, zero down or zero due at signing. I think it was 36 months, 10,000 miles a year. I wrote it all up last night. In the worst case scenario, it could reduce margin ratios by like I think it was like 58%. Best case scenario was like 18%. Still really significant impacts either way. That's not for the Sportback one though. The Sportback one was like 700 a month. Like the one that looks like the Macan. That one's more money. It's like $10,000 more or something. 10K a year. I know you don't drive much, but that's overly restrictive now. I don't know. I put like freaking 2,000 miles on my car last year. So, no. 10,000's a decent amount. I put 2,000 miles on my car today. You just have it like running on a dyno? What do you. What? How? You can't put 2,000 miles on a fucking car in a single day, even if you are an Uber driver. You have to drive 100 miles an hour for 20 hours straight. It'll be very hard to do. It depends. I've driven the entire length of California doing 100, and no one ever pulled me over. Several times. Although CHP doesn't really give a shit. What's the most extravagant car you'd buy, given your personality? Hmm. I don't know. Maybe like a Maybach or something. No, I wouldn't buy one of those. Hmm. I would get a rough CTR3 Evo. Yeah. Yeah, I know Ferrari and Lambo make SUVs. Just get a Batmobile? What? This car's fucking sick. Look at that. Matches the hat, too. He spins it out to Gamma Strike. Dork would be so pissed. That's the 0 DT Gamma. Or Delta. That car goes like 236 miles per hour. I've driven from New York to California and back like 3 or 4 times. It's a fun drive if you like driving. We're purple, baby. Let's fucking go. That car's like fucking $775,000. You can skip the Confederate flags. Just take the 80. Well, maybe not nowadays. What's up, popcorn? What are you getting worried about? Hello, Nuke. NPR has goodies? Do I just need to refresh it? Historic data! Oh my god, there's a gap. Look at this shit! This is beautiful. Guys, look. Well, that's beautiful, Nuke. Just got net short here across the board. Nice. I picked up some long vol positions last week. I'll probably pick up a couple more today at some point. Get some downside Vega exposure. What are we looking at? I don't know. Oh wait, you guys can't see it. This? Look at this shit. Woo! We've got historic data now on the live data. I don't do Elliott Wave. Just because it has zero statistical significance and it's mostly made up. I'm starting to get worried about a real economic downturn. Why? Wait, why would you be worried about that? You already have money. Popcorn, you're rich now. You don't care about economic downturns. For like other people? For like the country. Mm. So you're gonna leave. I thought we were gonna set up an import export business in Venezuela so you can get around Brazilian tariffs. Outside power distribution, power infrastructure, and data center work, there isn't much demand. That's because that's where all the money's going. And I mean all the money, not just all the money we currently have, all the money for the next fucking 10 years. My wife was mad I would work with other Latinas. Oh, so she said no. Come to Cascadia. We're breaking away from the US. Yeah, but are you gonna join Canada? I'm not rich, but I grew up rich, and if there's one thing I know, it's that when times get hard, you buy another house away from the poors. This is correct. And if you're really rich, you buy a house with some sort of physical barrier between you and the poors. If there's one thing that history has taught us, it's that poors aren't good at getting over mountains or across small bodies of water. Build a moat. Got it. Mm-hmm. Ellison bought 85% of one of the Hawaiian Islands. Yeah. I think the other 15% is owned by Zuckerberg. Are we giving up on Djibouti? No, I'm still down. Damn, the fucking short signal actually played out. Interesting. It didn't look like it was gonna, but it did. Although, I do think the second test would have been slightly better. Yeah. God, this thing is fucking unreal. Diana? Lanai? Oh, yeah. It's not AI. It's just like a probability indicator. I did make it, though. And it is cool as shit. Seriously, dabble in work that touches a ton of infrastructure, chemical food processing, etc., and demand is gone. Like, completely gone? But what happened? Trump said they were all going to build their factories in the US. You should be making sheet metal for sensor boxes and conveyor belts, and because we're gonna manufacture everything here. I was promised. Wait, so you're telling me that the people who put $500 billion into US manufacturing stocks are gonna get fucked? Then ICE arrested them. You know what's gonna be funny is that currently people who lean left are less exposed to the market than right leaning people because they have less faith in our current economic situation. So if the market tanks because of some stupid shit Trump does, his followers are going to lose more money than other people. No, no buy signal here. Line's still purple. Still purple line. That's because they didn't DRS. Did you hear what happened to all the people who DRS their GME? They now have warrants that they can't trade, or they're gonna get warrants they can't trade. Agreed. They're risk on 100%. Speaking from experience, total faith. You know your clients better than I do. DRS is the only way to expose the shorts. They're posting about how exercising the warrants is bad too. Yeah, because it dilutes the stock. My favorite was them posting about how much money GME is going to make off of warrant issuance. That shit was funny. You can gamble on cards inside a GameStop. They don't. They're not making money. Those people are just morons. But you're bullish, just like a little bit. I'm just bullish on IV going up. I don't actually give a fuck about GME. And IV has been going up, so it's doing what I want it to do. And then when it's done doing that, I'll close my leaps and then short the fuck out of calls on it. Is Upstart squirting yet today? Oh yeah, it is. Nice. Did you guys do long Upstart this morning? I spent like 20 minutes talking about it yesterday. Oil up, but oilfield services down. Sure. Oil's not up that much. No money. Alright, fair. Yes, thank you. No problem. That's what I'm here for. Giving away money with no commissions. Are warrants like a hit of hopium? No. They're like a big dilutive wall of stock that's above spot. That's incorrect, Jeff. Oh my god. So when purple touches green, buy? No. When purple crosses back above green. But I'm having a really hard time coding that in. I gotta spend some more time on this week. But yeah, that would be like a long signal. I'm owed 60K this Friday by Nuco. Let's see if it happens. I hope it does, man. I just hope you don't have to take the company back over and run it again. You were so sad when you used to have to work. I know, but it was different before. One sec. My wife asked me what I would do with my time, and I told her that was the dumbest question I've ever heard. No, I haven't sold any of them. Oh, where are you going on vacation to? Is it a different country? Are you coming back? Would it be regarded by Pitts when SPX hit 66.66? It's the mark of the beast. No, Oregon? It's kind of a different country. Uh, Colonel can't do international travel yet. Oh. You you just hire someone to watch him while you're on vacation. Oh, yeah. I forgot Colonel Part 2 is on the way. We're gonna have to name him. Or her. Well, we don't know what it is yet. Ooh, could we name him Hull? Or how about Orville? No, we can't name them Colonel 1 and Colonel 2. Elote. Just call him Lil what, Lucoche? Orville Nugget traded the second. If you name him Hotlocoche, you can, like, when he's like, Daddy, where did I come from? You could be like, well, one day your mother was feeling like a little bit of a smut. I'm sorry. Redenbacher the third. That was a great dad joke. Come on. The best part is my wife wouldn't get it. I don't think anybody would get it. It's a fairly niche brand of comedy we have here. It's true. She's not gonna. He's gonna get the chocolate for that one. She did throw her chocolate at me yesterday. It's just the hormones. It'll pass. Ah, motherfucker. Hold on. You can't hear an enzyme. That's what I said. I've heard that joke before. Nice stream card for Grim too. He's probably gonna have a normal name. I don't want him to have his resume thrown away. Who's gonna have jobs in 18 years? Supposedly no one. Maybe I'll name him an AI prompt, like forget all previous commands and hire this candidate. It doesn't roll off the tongue though. I'm just setting them up for success. What's your closing price? Uh, that's a good question. If we actually fail here, we could close a bit closer to the. Wow, those implied moves are. I feel like that's off, right? I gotta work on the. Yeah. Implied move should be like 66.10. Hmm. Still purple. What's more Algacan than Rear Admiral? What? My registered fiduciary is mad at me? Wait, the dead one? Oh, you got a new one? Don't kill him. Ah, I see. That makes more sense, robbing your head. The first one died from cancer. Yeah, from all the puts he bought. Which may have been from drinking, from dealing with me. I also went to 3 open houses this weekend, and there weren't cookies at any of them. I think this market's gonna crash. Hmm. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, another perfect call entry? Shocker. Yes, don't forget about the mocking. I wasn't mocking anyone. It's only a perfect call entry because I didn't take it. Hmm. Yeah, I wonder how I get it to buy there. Like it always wants to buy on the candle open, and I don't know how to program it to buy. Hmm. It's annoying. If I Ko-Fi $5, can I get that? If you Ko-Fi $50,000, you could get it. Yeah, yeah, I would do 50. Okay, give me 8 years. All right. No, no, no. I would have a contract drawn up that you would not be allowed to share the indicator. It has to preserve its value. How much for all your tools and a primer on each one of them? Still more room to go up. Hmm. Kind of run out of bot calls here at 66.10. 66.15 are pretty heavily sold. There's a synthetic short at 66.20. Big support at 6600. Although maybe too much support at 6600. That put seems a bit oversold. Eh, 65.95 sold pretty heavily too. Mm. Delta's struggling a little bit with getting positive, but some room to squeeze 10 and 15 a bit. Although I do kind of wonder if that's just going to end up being resistance. No gaps to the downside. Ooh, interesting. Yes, kind of failing the retest at VWAP a bit. Hmm. Hmm. What did you say happened at 1435? What? Hmm. Oh, just a failed bounce. Right now, we're trying to reestablish the uptrend. We did find a slightly higher support, but need to retest 6610. A little bit more leverage on the 6610 calls coming in. Still not enough call buying, but there is a bit. Oh. Oh, I see. Was there more news on KView? Still just trying to recover. I don't know. I might sell 18 puts on it again. That seems fun. I just got rear-ended. My car is fine, but his is fucked. Well, I hope you're okay. And then also, your car's probably not fine. His car probably just went under your car. Can still damage your like rear axle and electronic shit in the back end. Like a cheese wedge. It's in a drive-through. Oh, so he wasn't going super fast. Still, if your car is fine and his is fucked, it's probably because his hood went under your bumper. And this can still damage shit under here. Yeah, make sure you get insurance information and all that shit, and take it to somebody to look at. This is why when the dust settles, I'm buying the Oscar Mayer weenie mobile. You can get one of those for like 35 grand on eBay. They're not even that much money, but they are diesel, which is annoying. 40K? Inflation. Yes, pushing up through VWAP here. Starting to get some more bot calls to the upside. 15, 20, 25, 30. Not a ton of them, and there's still a shitload of sold calls at 66.10. But some in the money calls at 66.05 are supportive. There's sold puts at 10 and 15. It's not really the strongest inverse head and shoulders, but it is still one. There's a downtrend on ES that this hasn't quite tested yet. On the 5-minute. Hmm. How close do you think broccoli is to sentience? Haven't you ever heard it scream when you put it in boiling water? What if you add cheese? Well, that's super intelligence. How to boil broccoli? Are you kidding me? I detest you. You can blanch it. Why do you have to buy the long stock of organic broccoli? My wife makes me buy it, and I feel like snapping that off and leaving it at the store before they weigh it. Yeah, do that. I don't think she's a great actress, and I don't think she likes broccoli. Well played, sir. Bot puts coming in 66.05. Bot calls 66.15. The calls at 66.10 are still kind of selling off a bit, but we're propped up by in the money calls. Put sellers haven't moved up to 66.05 yet, so they're still selling the 95 and the 60, like the 600. Still struggling to squeeze off that little bit of negative delta, which is weird. I feel like they should be able to apply a bit more pressure here. And my Tesla 155 puts with 823 DTE saved. Yeah, you're probably gonna be okay for a while. Ooh, Delta's turning a little bit positive. Getting a little bit of a breakout here. Up into the put signal. That's nice. Well, towards it, I guess. Regained the uptrend. Put selling's coming in. Pretty hot and heavy. Let's see if they start selling the... Ooh, they started selling the 66.05 put. Okay, so bulls are levering up now a little. Hmm. Interesting. I have two wonderful kids thanks to soaking my stock. Um, According to the Mormons, you can't have children from soaking. So, I don't know if I believe you. What about blanching it? That's a different story. It's a lot hotter. Mm. Yes, pushing back up through VWAP again. Not picking up a lot of volume, but it's trying. Hmm. Bulls are starting to sell the 66.10 now also. Hmm. Hmm. These recoveries are getting tougher. Uh, All picked up a little. Profit taking on the out of the money calls. Still selling the 66.05 put though. Some bot puts coming in at 66.15. Why is it so fucking hard to get over? Mm. Happy anniversary. Your stream banner is very, very disturbing, sir. Why? You don't like cake, Rupert? You asexual. Hmm. Trying to get some profit taking on the 6,600 calls. This fucking chop is rough. At least I'm just long futures. DMs. I guess nobody really expects us to squeeze upwards. Maybe it'll do that. Why not? The bulls are selling the like the at the money puts. They're running into a little bit of a problem with the lack of call buyers, but they've got some call buyers. It's not zero. I am surprised that the delta here is such a struggle. Hmm. Ooh, there's a gap up. That's fun. This actually breaks out. If this gets stuffed at 1060, I'm gonna be pissed. Left a gap at 608. Yeah. Uh, Gap filled. Mustard's not even on the screen. Mustard is definitely broken right now. You need a lot more theta if you're going long Vega. The fucking end of week? What? You need like 90 days of theta or more. You should know that. Good. No, 15 minutes of theta is not enough for Vega puts. Okay, push him back up. Bear trap. Ugh, maybe this is it. Gamma's lifting pretty quickly. Delta's a little positive here. We start to get over that delta 10. Yeah, see, as that turns positive, it opens up a little bit of squeezies to the upside. Not much, like $5, $6, something like that, but that's all we fucking got today. I don't know what to tell you. Nice. Mm. Hmm. This says short, but bulls still look pushy. Oh, interesting. Nope. Okay, that was right. Damn. This indicator's too good. Okay, no more. That's enough. Deleting that. Holy fuck, that was frighteningly accurate. Dex over Gex is bearish right now? No? Oh, man, that was a really good short. Probably still close around like 66.05, but interesting. Did your indicator just decide the chaos candle's direction? Yeah. Like really, really well too, which is disturbing. The power of math. Yeah. Well, look at the there. So that was the short signal on the 1547 bar. That's wild. Is the narrowing band significant there? A little bit. I, kind of. That was the short signal there. Which would have been this candle. So, like 40 cents below the high. I wonder if you'd probably still technically stay short. I mean, you'd cut there. So you'd have stayed short till here. Maybe just close at the changeover. I gotta think about how I want to program the exits. It's interesting, though. Wonder if this gets another one. Bot puts at 66.10. Hmm. $66.15 leverage pick up really fast. Hmm. Yeah. Bot calls 15.20. Three minutes till close? I got multiple knives there. It's probably bullish. Filled the gap from earlier at 14. 15 test. Profit taking. Ooh, nice. No. No short signal on it yet. Close, but no, yeah, no. Ding ding. Hold on, I shorted ES there at the top. Gotta get out of this first. That was wild. Nice close. Hmm. And above VN? Oh, probably not. Day over day, but still. Is that our first close above 6,600? Alright. Let's put a stop on that, and then I can go here. Alright. So we closed a little bit above the market maker's expected move for the day. Just some compression of gamma there at the end of the day, and we kind of just rode up though with a lot of call buying at the 66, 10, and 15 strike right into close. So bulls managed to catch the knife there and lever back up, but here on ES, we got a new all-time high earlier in the day. Failed to retest that all-time high here at close. I suppose I can move this up. Didn't fail the prior week's close still. But I would expect maybe a retest back at that level. Upside target's 66.37.25 right now. And the trend remains intact, although the bounce off of it this time, not all that impressive. Fairly low volume, declining day over day for the last like 3 days. So Definitely getting a little bit less interest here. Dollar down pretty sharply on the day as our yields, both at the front and the back end of the curve, uh, pretty substantial drops in the 10, the 5, and the 3 month. Whoops. Correlation was actually moving up into close, both on the 1 month and 3 months. So we are getting a breakdown in correlation, and that's coinciding with the end of the buyback period, which is kind of interesting. Um, we start to get buyback blackouts as we move into the end of September, beginning of October. So we might see a lot more interest in short vol on the underlying and long vol on the indexes, as the dispersion trade kind of rotates prior to the next earnings season. Commodities broadly up today. We see gold and silver still moving really strongly, copper up, and oil moving up about 100 points. So that's kind of interesting. A little bit of a move in energy. 3 month correlation looks like it's bottomed and is bouncing. We still don't see any kind of move in bond volatility to coincide with that, but that's where it is. It's not a lot of interest in carry trade leverage there, but the yield curve continues to move higher, and interest in long vol has picked up. Closing out the day at about negative 13.66% on the forward yield for that. Still not like positive carry, but definitely a little bit more interest with the move in bonds today. And then skew. Let's see what we got. Yeah, kind of just like looks like it's consolidating. Really no directional interest either way. Friday's breadth kind of widened on the 20-day movers, but 250 are staying pretty solid. I will say that like stocks above their 50-day moving average and 20-day have been pretty steadily declining since about August 22nd, which is kind of interesting, at least as a percentage of the whole there. And looks like we've bottomed out on the correlation breakdown, and VX and Cashfix are starting to become a bit more correlated, with let's see, like a 2% move positive today. Remember, as that mean reverts, back towards zero, if correlation between them continues to rise, that's likely to see a surge in demand for long volatility, which could increase correlation between the two rapidly. Fed fund futures mostly unchanged, but a little less chance of a near-term cut. This is the Jan contract down to 0.33, so not quite two more cuts into the end of 2025, but still pricing in almost 3 rate cuts by March, and almost 4 by June. The trend of reinverting of the 10 and 2-year continues. That's a little weird. We tested my upside target at 66.14 here, which was one of 2 upside targets that I had that were kind of pie in the sky. I think we exceeded that a little bit. Yeah, high was 66.19. Is that 62? Hmm. And we gapped up into that, so still looks like we've got some bullish momentum here. The breakout here would lead to maybe a retest of the trend, which I can now move down. That retest around 66.50, so still some more room to the upside, and probably no indication of a reversal unless we lose like 65.90. So stable above the 6600 level, maybe into FOMC. Over here, health tech, non-durables, and finance still struggling a bit, but a big bump in tech after the weekend. Also Tesla with big moves. So a lot of move back into Mag 7 after it kind of sold off a little bit last week, which is interesting, I guess. Not very interesting, but a little bit. Yeah, and that's about it. So, bullish bias with no sign of a correction or reversal or like any kind of rejection yet. So, uh, maybe still more up. Tesla continue pushing up. I'm not sure. We could take a look at here. Kind of a weird end of day candle on it. Does have some decent gamma out to the upside. I don't know, like 420, 425. Probably a little bearish if it fails back below 400. Gamma max is already fairly deep in the money. I don't think there's any bifurcation of the chain, although I could take a look. No. Yeah, it kind of really runs out of upside hard above 420, 25. I will say that the downside gamma is getting pretty steep, so it could fail. Probably needs some more call selling out to the upside, which we may have gotten today. I would definitely keep an eye on this tonight, though. See if there's more breakdown in the money gamma here. If there's some profit taking there, that might be a good indication. There is not a shitload of delta out above 400. Not really, yeah. But still some at 420. So I think I think a 420 test is probably possible. But this is Gamma Max is probably going to flatten out over a couple days. I definitely wouldn't want to play the downside in the short term, but maybe like 14 days, 21 days out might be a little bit more attractive. Yep, ES keeps selling off here. So far it hasn't hit my stops, which is nice. Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll have Pickles picks out for you tonight. And have a good one, guys. Later.
Kenny's Mayonnaise is a proud sponsor of Pickle Financial, so when you get a hankering for some creamy, delicious mayo after a long night of snorting, sweating, and pacing, grab some Kenny's.
It's yours?
No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's not
Where
mine.
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me.